Hello and welcome to our explainer for the custom bucket repeater JavaScript code job. So basically I have a job here that I want to have A and B add together and put the result in C. And I want to do that within the context of a repeating bucket. If you're not familiar with buckets or bucket repeaters, it's simply a selection of items that I can repeat at runtime, right? So I can add or delete new items as needed. So as far as the calculation itself, notice I can type in two numbers here and they will be added and put to the C column. So how do I actually make this work? Well, there's two main components. The first is I need to attach an event to each item that I want to participate in the actual user entering some data. In this case then, both A and B are participating and the result goes into C. Therefore, A, under its extra attributes, df code, etc., has an onKeyUp event which calls the function called RJS. Now this RJS function is not actually optional, it has to be called RJS. And to actually help you with that, you'll notice that we have a little tooltip right here. So the only thing that will change about this is the event itself. So in other words, I would just copy and paste this in here, and then for text fields I'd use onKeyUp, for select items I'd use something like onChange. And then again, I apply this to each one of the items that I want to call my RJS function. And again, notice C is not actually being typed into, it just gets the result, so it doesn't have a function call. But these two guys do. So RJS then, this is the function that we're calling. Where is this actually defined? Well, this is defined in the bucket repeaters custom JavaScript code area. So you'll notice here in the top of this call, I'm defining a function called RJS, and then here then is the code that I custom wrote to handle this calculation. In other words, A plus B equals C. And if we look at this code here, you'll simply see that I'm using jQuery to say $C, that is the field C, is equal to parsing the int of A plus parsing the int of B. And again, when we run this form, this is what we get. We parse A and B to create a value in C. And of course, this then works for all the additional fields that we type in. So again, to review, the two important things are we need to have an event attached to each one of the items that we want to trigger the RJS function. The RJS function is required and is defined in the bucket repeaters custom JavaScript code area. Two quick caveats. We have to be using jQuery as our repeating bucket JavaScript library. Prototype doesn't work. The good news there is that jQuery is actually the default. And also, unfortunately at this time, we cannot have more than one bucket using repeating code like this. That is custom JavaScript code. We're only allowed to have one bucket repeater that's using custom JavaScript code. Hopefully this restriction will be relaxed in a future version. And so with that, if you have any questions about this job, the easiest way to get started is to actually load up the custom example job right here, or to shoot us an email at info@rackforms.com. Thanks for watching.